Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
Welcome everyone to the Sloppy Joes Podcast. It's Friday edition.
It's very Friday, isn't it?
Yes, it is very Friday. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. You're looking well. Every time I see you,
I don't think I am.
Your hair looks radically different.
I'm looking a bit... I'm all over the place recently.
What's up with you?
I don't know. I'm trying to find my feet in life again. And I thought, where is my feet?
Is it the fact that you've had 4 holidays in the last 2 weeks, do you think?
I think I've not recovered properly from them. Work's up and down. Like, there's a load of like weird changes happening at the BBC, which is like here, there, and everywhere. You know, I don't know, but
quite a serious start. What's
it's
that?
quite
Talk us through this BBC stuff then.
Oh, basically, they're changing the way local radio works, so they're getting rid of some of the old stuff that didn't really make sense, and then they're bringing in like nationalisation. Is that the right? Essentially, one show can be broadcast to the nation instead of just like loads of little shows that do individual regions. It's a bit boring, but that's all going on in a minute. But we're not here to talk about that. Yeah. We're here to talk about great nights and parties and life.
Super.
What have we have to eat today?
What have I had to eat today? I've had a little platter.
Yeah?
Went for a meeting with a company in Altrincham.
Did they sort you the platter?
So we got there, and I don't want to say the company, but it's not a gigantic company. It's a pretty big company. You'll have heard of them. Yeah. Just chatting about sort of Stretford Paddocky stuff. But this is the first time I've ever been. A lot of stuff's over Zoom now. Yeah. Because that pre-COVID was a bit faux pas, wasn't it? It's not true business if it's over Zoom. No. But since COVID, you can work over Zoom, let alone do a meeting with someone. But this was one of the few that we've done in person.
Ooh.
And the word hotshot barely begins to come in. We got there, and it's in Altrincham, which those of you who don't know, is one of the swankier parts of Greater Manchester.
Altrincham, yeah, it's classy.
It's very classy. So we get there, and we walk in, and immediately there's a sort of a gigantic kind of rare comic book collection.
Right.
I thought, this is it. I've paid the big time now.
Oh, is this at the sort of headquarters of the company?
Headquarters of the company, or one of their headquarters.
Yeah. Oh, multiple.
We're in there. We go up the stairs, sort of like
no escalator.
You don't need it, mate. You glide up those stairs when you've seen that comic book collection. Get into the room, and big open space, singular table down the centre. It's like something from Succession.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
100-inch telly on the wall, the biggest telly I've ever seen.
You lying? That's a big telly we're looking at here.
That's a 50. It's substantially bigger than that.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I think if that's a 75, it's probably a 90.
Wow.
This is a 50 here. It's
double that.
Put that in its pocket.
Really?
Yeah. You get in there. The bloke we're chatting to, and another lady comes in and he goes, just does that.
What was like a magic trick?
No. Oh. Round of drinks. We go. Teas, coffees, waters. I'm going, I'd love a coffee, but great. I mean, don't we? No. No. And you go, 2 coffees, tea. He gets the tea, right? Then he goes, have you guys had lunch?
Oh, no.
I felt like I was being interviewed by Jeff Bezos.
What did you say? I would have
said no.
Before.
So we said, oh, no, we haven't. And he went, get some lunch in. This again. Get some lunch in. So this lady just knows what to do.
What?
Lunch is
really? Didn't even ask you.
Administered.
What? Where's lunch being kept? Do you think they've just always got lunch on hand?
I think I saw the rest of the building, and I don't think this is the case, but in my head, there is just a kitchen of... Right.
Lunch needed. CEO wants lunch.
Yeah, tuna mayo and sweet corn. 1 basil mozzarella pesto. 1 da-da-da.
What did you eat? Like, what was it?
Just a selection of like a sandwich platter.
Oh.
It was so good. Drum kit in the corner. Do you want to go?
Pardon?
There's a drum kit in the corner. Do you want to go?
Why did they have a drum kit in the corner?
I had little on the
didn't
little
play the drum kit in a business
on
meeting.
the ride.
What ride? They have rides?
No, a ride. No. A ride is the name of one of the symbols on a drum kit.
Oh, right. But they had like a wacky, like sort of, one of those like
a fairground.
Fairground ride, yeah.
No, just on that. But it just felt so great. Do you know when you see it in the films? Big table. Wow. What?
How did you play it?
Oh,
Did you really feet on the table? Were you nude?
Yes.
Taking your pants off would have been a big movement there.
I just went that way. Impress me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then as soon as he starts talking, pretend you're him.
What we can do for you,
No, well,
Joe,
I
is we
sorry,
can-
let me say my life. Impress me.
Joe, we've looked at the numbers. We've got. No.
I'm hearing a lot of this, mate. And what I want to hear is this.
Yes.
No, it wasn't like that.
Oh,
It was
lovely.
honestly.
Nice, great day.
It felt so grown up and like something from a film. Loved it.
Loved it.
Great
Ethan
day.
James, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Friday.
Hello.
Ethan's gone on a bit of a mad run. Have you heard of it? He's had a pint literally every day for the last 5 or 6 days. Is this continued, Ethan?
No, I didn't have a pint yesterday. I was at work until 11 o'clock.
Would
so
you have though? Would you have liked to carry on the pint a day?
Yeah, they saved me from the
Death.
from the clutches of a pint.
Have you seen this bloke on TikTok who does daily videos because he's trying to drink 3,500 pints in the year of
Oh my god!
2023?
I saw him yesterday.
Did you see it?
That's mental.
He's
Crazy.
He's having 11, 12 pints a day. He's ahead of schedule.
He's ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna slowly. He can't
Die.
do it. He can't do it. I also found a new TikTok called I don't know if you can say this, but basically I can't say the name of in case it's offensive. But he basically's got a drone and he just follows crazy people on the streets from above, and then these crazy people see him and start trying to throw stuff at him. But in random places like Sunderland is a big one. He just follows Smackheads in Sunderland. That's what it's called, Smackheads in Sunderland.
Is it?
And he just flies a drone
Is that
over.
Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah. He flies the drone over and it takes him takes him a couple of minutes to register, and then they all start trying to throw fucking bottles at it. It's quality.
So morally, we obviously see where you stand on that. Ethan, what do you make of that channel? Because to me, that feels slightly exploitative.
Yeah, it is bad. It is exploitative.
Keep your mouth shut. You've had your say. You love it, Ethan.
What are they throwing at them? What objects? Sorry.
They're throwing the stuff that they've got lying around, so empty bottles of whiskey, probably bottles filled with their own piss, needles, trying to hit it. It's just not connected.
Oh, well, poor fuckers, I guess. But I guess at the same time,
they've got such big smiles.
at the same time,
they do.
if
They
there was
do love it.
if there was anyone who deserves it, it would be the scum of Sunderland. wouldn't it?
Right. What? Cut that out.
No, that's turned on you there, isn't it?
How is that turned on
The
me?
scum of
Ethan's
Sunderland.
the one who looks bad here, not me.
Do you hate Sunderland, really? A lot?
Oh yes, fuck 'em. Yeah.
Really, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh, it's
They're just you, but with
Yeah, the Irish
but with
just
red
down the
stripes
road.
instead of black stripes.
no. It's a rivalry that goes back many years.
What, 2001? 2?
Oh, many years.
Tell
And
us why you think there's a rivalry. This is educating. Ethan teaches about the North
Is
East.
he going to do his whole Mackham, Stackham, Sackham, Rackham
Who
thing?
knows?
Yeah, well remembered.
Thank you.
Yep. They used to mack 'em and we used to tack 'em. They used to make. I think it was to steal.
Yeah.
We used to just take it. Bit of rivalry from the old
When you say
shipyards.
rivalry, interesting that you called people from Sunderland scum when you're the one who's sort of
Stealing.
gloating and boasting about the fact that they were hardworking and industrious and you just robbed off them. You sound like the scum to me.
But they're also quite thick, Drew. So that's
Right.
probably why they allowed that to happen.
Yeah. Anyone who gets robbed, do you know when you see an old woman get sort of mugged in the street?
Yeah.
That's because she's thick.
See thick.
Yeah.
As in sexy
Disgusting.
thick.
But all of Sunderland drew on just old and vulnerable. There's obviously, to get took advantage of, you must have a weaker kind of IQ. You could
What?
say.
I mean,
Right.
you have to be so careful what you're saying here, don't you?
Also,
because when you think of
you're
how
speaking like someone with such low IQ.
yeah, when you're thinking of what your ideology spreads out like, how do you explain colonization? You've made yourself look a twat now, haven't you?
Nope, not at all.
Okay,
Not at all.
Go on then. So, what? For instance, how come the British took over and the Europeans
Right.
took over in America from the Native
I want to
Americans?
save you, Ethan,
Based
about
on
a
your
great
logic.
story.
Go on, say it then.
Well, that's a completely different
Oh,
story.
is it?
completely
Or
different.
actually,
Right.
is what you're saying wrong top to bottom? And you should
Apologise,
apologise.
Moving on to you say sorry. To Sunderland.
All right. Listen. They're full of scumbags, and you're not going to change my mind.
Right, I want to tell you my story.
Go on.
If you can hear me. The world's first fish and chip themed hotel is opening up in Blackpool. This is a hotel based all about fish and chips.
Ethan, we need to think of a pun name for the hotel while Joe's talking.
And bingo. I can tell you that there's no pun name, but I do want some pun names. This is a place where you can stay throughout the summer months and has fish and chips and peas for breakfast, lunch, and let me tell you this, dinner as well. This is going to be open.
You said that like dinner wasn't the most common of the fish and chip meals.
Near
the fact that you can get it for breakfast is the one that you would be surprised about, not dinner.
Near Blackpool Pier, this is going to be, and I can tell you that the really bad name for it is just the Jolly Good.
No,
the Jolly Good, the hotel and bingo experience. You can stay there. I'm worried about how bad your clothes would smell. The hotel just constantly cooking fish and chips.
Well, I'll tell you, I had a similar experience once. So this was when I was at uni and you go home for the summer.
Yeah.
Obviously lived in Manchester but didn't live in the summer. So me and my cousin came to watch a comedy gig in the summer.
Nice.
I think it was Bill Burr or someone. And we stayed at the Turk's Head, it's called, the pub. And I might have mentioned this to you before. But for those of you who don't know, it is above a Dixie Chickens.
Oh, that is rough.
And it was so hot because it was summer. So we had our window open. And there's literally, do you know that like kind of mesh basket with like a fan that's just covered in sort of grease and hair that you see out the back of a takeaway? That was like within spitting distance of our window. So we got back. I'll crack the window before we go. So we got back in, pissed, on the cusp of feeling a bit too pissed. And all of a sudden you walk into a frying machine.
Oh, God.
It was, do you know that oven where all the chickens are just laid and they just lift it up and they grab a piece and put it in the bucket?
Yeah.
That was basically our room.
Could you reach for a chicken?
You couldn't reach for a chicken because it was probably 15 yards away. But it was literally backing onto our window. And part of it was awful, but part of it was lovely.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Once you got rid of that sort of sick, drunk feeling, you woke up in the morning, you could still smell it. Chickens. I quite liked it by the end.
Yeah.
So maybe it'd be quite nice.
And that one near Dixie's doesn't close till like 3 a.m. So that would have been pumping out the fumes for a long time. By the way, I think Dixie's have changed their recipe. I think they're doing really well for themselves these days.
Kip and chips.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's what I had written down.
Oh, Ethan, Ethan was looking.
Yeah, fish and kips.
I was saying something
like... fish and kips is better.
Fish and kips is better.
Fish and kips.
That's what I had.
Kip and fish. Yeah, kip and... fish and kips is well better.
Fish and kips is really
good. Kip is a fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so make that... Okay,
sorry.
Go on. So kip is a fish, correct. Make that... Why is that... Make that work in the pun.
It could just be called kippers because you go for a kipler.
It's not bad.
You know what? Love that. But in the modern era, it'd be KIPPRZ.
Yeah.
Kippers.
I'm trying to think of one.
Kippers is really good. One. So fish and kips or just kippers?
Cod's not doing any heavy lifting here, is it? Cod, when you go to sleep, do you do anything with your cod?
Oh.
What? Do you do anything with your cod when you go to sleep? Yeah,
I'm trying to think of a pun here. Cod and haddock are letting us down.
Yeah, me and Ethan had the courtesy to do this in our own heads instead of disrupting.
Okay. I didn't. I was telling you the story. I'm not
having
thinking time. Cod, sleepy cod. Oh no!
What's that song about? Is it Ring a Ring a Roses?
Yeah.
Something full of posies. A tissue, they all fall down. Right in the bottom of the deep blue sea. Or they're like dead because they died of the plague, didn't they?
Right.
At the bottom of the sea.
Yeah.
So you could do something along the lines of the plague killing people and put them in the sea with the fishes, maybe.
What the fuck has that got to do with anything we're on about now? Why are we talking about the plague and people being dead?
Somewhere?
What was it called? It died of the plague at the deep blue fishy sea. What's it called? What's the name of the hotel?
Oh man,
just maybe
fishy, plaguey, ringy, rosy, Blackpool bastard bingo. Is that what it's called? Is it?
I mean, you should have been on the marketing TV.
Yeah.
Why don't we
The
go-
maddest thing is he got kippers, which is genuinely
he scored a worldie.
very good. That's a 3-point shot. And then all of a sudden he stood at the top of a ladder with a ball over it and he misses.
Oh, not awful.
You had it, man. Anyway.
Haddock. Oh, sorry. Have you got a story?
I need to put you in your place.
Oh.
I've got a story. I want to talk about this new tech. Threads.
Oh, okay. Threads.
Have you seen this? It came out today as we're recording, so yesterday. It is
I'm going to go on it now.
Facebook's answer to Twitter. So I reckon they've seen that, I mean, it must have taken a while in development, but they've seen that Twitter has basically gone to shit. Everything about Twitter is weird. You've seen people getting beheaded where you never used to.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone you follow is now right wing. It's very odd. So Facebook have come up with their own version called Threads. Now, I've not actually been on it yet.
I'm on it. It's the layout's not that great.
Yeah.
We could do like a little thing of what the Sloppy Joe's first ever thread tweet is. What does that make sense? What is it called?
Thread.
A thread post. Oh,
A thread.
It's quite black and white. Like unless you put colour on it by posting a picture or something.
Yeah.
It's a bit plain,
But
a bit
Twitter's
boring.
quite like that, though, isn't it?
Twitter is a bit
It's
like
a
that.
text-based alternative to Instagram.
Is there too much to look at now? Because there's now approaching about 5 social media things to look at.
So what are the big boys?
Instagram, right, let's do it. I go Instagram straight away.
I'm a Twitter straight away guy, but I've actually
Really?
I've tweaked some bits about that.
Why?
I've kind of removed. I still got it on my laptop because I need to for work.
Yeah.
But I've removed my personal Twitter from my phone
Okay.
because I just was spending too much time and I didn't like it.
So
But
your
Twitter's
Twitter's
my
my Instagram
go-to.
straight. What's second for you?
Second for me, are we including YouTube in this?
No, YouTube's its own separate. I think that's just like that's an entertainment platform, isn't
Okay.
it?
So 2 would be Instagram.
Yeah.
3 would be TikTok.
Yeah.
No, actually, I
Fuck
think
3.
I'm Twitter, then TikTok, then Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. And then, you can put your Snapchats and your...
I still crop onto Facebook now and again and just see what's
Mum,
a tingling. No, there's always been. Tell you what I like about the Facebook when there's gossip around edgeley.
The Facebook, by the way.
Yeah, sounds hard. There's so much gossip on Facebook.
There's so much
Gossip. Facebook is the best for gossip. Facebook is the best.
Yeah.
Here's my favourite thing about Facebook.
No, here's my. Go on, you go first.
My favourite thing is looking at the people from school who married people who are way older than them.
Really? Is
And
that a thing?
analysing whether it's their dad or their dad's mate or their boyfriend or whatever. I love doing that. Looking at holiday snaps of weird couples.
I have joined a food review club on Stockport
Not
Food.
another one.
No, not another one. Just like a group. And oh my god, on a Friday and Saturday, that place is electric.
Send me the link.
It's fucking brilliant.
'Cause I live
Ordered
near
from
you.
this place. It's 30 minutes late, scumbags. And then everyone posting, had a really nice kebab. It looks dirty. Good
Yeah.
curries. Oh, where's the best place for a Chinese? That is my bread and butter.
That's great. And
So
they do bread and butter as well.
They do.
There's a Warburton
Especially the Fish and
section.
Chips Hotel.
Yeah.
Then I'd go, but now we've got to go.
Bed and butter included. Thank
Bed
you.
and butter included.
See you in a
Ethan,
bit.
ring the bell.
Very good. Ring, ring.
What do
Yeah.
you do, Ethan, in terms of your social media top 3?
Dib and right. So I'm going to get the bingo thing. Dib and chips with
No.
bed and butter.
Oh.
That's got the bingo. That's got the chips. That's got the B&B element to it. Dib and chips with bed and butter.
Lovely stuff.
That's the title
Lovely.
in general.
Yes. We should go for a night.
Yeah.
Oh my god, should we just go for the night?
Yeah.
Fish and chips. We don't have to stay the night.
Pretend.
Ethan,
Ethan?
we are stinking of fish and chips. Go on, Ethan.
Yeah. What was the question again?
Top 3 social medias that you check.
Oh yes, Twitter, and that's probably it really. I go on Instagram about for personal use. Maybe I'd say once or twice a week.
Why did you have to say for personal use?
Oh well, for work I
Are we
might.
dealing?
Oh yeah.
For work I might have a little
Subscriptions you don't want
browse.
us to know about.
No. There's none
Oh yeah,
of that.
OnlyFans up there for you, innit? Number 3.
No.
Your messages.
No, none of
The DMs and that.
that. I don't do any
But
DMs.
one thing about Threads that I wanted to alert you to, and I want to get your opinion on this generally, is because at the minute, if you notice, there's no ads on it, and they've said they're not going to put any ads on it for the first year. And I thought, well, maybe it's to get people on, but also, in the modern world, you are worth a lot just by yourself, aren't you?
Thank you.
No, not because
Oh,
you're remotely
I
interested.
thought this was some sort of speech.
No, but if we get that image up that I've sent you, Ethan, if we can just bring that on the screen so I can talk Joe through it.
West.
This is their privacy and data sharing policy on Threads. These are the things that they are willing, and you are signing up for them to take off you. And I don't want this to be a conspiracy.
To take off you?
So it says here, data linked to you, you see on the screen, the following data may be collected and linked to your identity. Health and fitness.
Well, that's fucked me, ain't it?
Yes. So you're going to be getting adverts for
everything. Diabetes, new
weighing
heart.
scales, new weighing scales every week.
New weighing scales. You don't break weighing scales. Actually, I broke one.
Purchases, financial info.
Financial info's a bit spooky. What does it mean by that?
I don't know. So your card details, who you bank with, your buying, what's it called? Patterns, exactly. Location, contact info, your contacts. Ooh. So not just you, but who you're there. User content, your search history, your browsing history, your usage data, sensitive info, brackets, general, diagnostics, and other data.
Diagnostics? Is that like when you mean what?
No, I think that just means like how much phone battery you had when you came on. But that's the thing, isn't it? Now that's worth so much is just selling that information about you to other companies.
So should I delete it?
I'm not saying you should delete it.
Boring.
Also, did you see you can't delete your Threads account? To delete your Threads account, you have to delete your Instagram.
What?
Because it's linked to your Instagram. So you can't. Once you've cracked the can, you have to throw away the entire pantry if you want to get rid of it.
For me, it's just like Twitter. You've seen the same. Here's why I think it's different. TikTok's great because you just see crazy videos.
Yeah.
Instagram's good, lovely pictures.
Yeah.
Facebook, wacky sort of reviews. But Twitter and Threads are just too similar.
Yeah.
Like they're literally identical.
It's either going to take over or die out, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think they can coexist.
No.
And I'm not even one that, usually I don't care about this stuff. I think if you're on their app, whatever. But I think there's going to be a change over the next sort of 10, 15 years where the internet so far has been this kind of utility that has been basically whatever the people who run the internet want to do with it, they can do.
Yeah.
It's almost ungoverned, isn't it? And it's getting to the point where you're allowed to sell it's like this would be the equivalent of you walking in to the Trafford Centre and them going, upon your entrance to this shop, to Fat Face at Trafford Centre.
Pardon?
No, that's not the day the title of your day out. No, that's the shop. If you go into a Fat Face
so I walk into Trafford Centre, someone straight away calls me a fat face.
No, there's a shop called Fat Face, isn't there? They sell sort of metal wooden bracelets. Let's say you go into Build-A-Bear at the Trafford Centre.
Build a who? I've heard I'm a bear.
Right, I can't pick one that you're not going to immediately be shocked at. You walk into a shop at the Trafford Centre and they go, we can sell your health and fitness data, your financial info, your content, your identifiers, your usage data, your sensitive information. No one would go in.
No.
And I think there's got to be like a change in the law over the next 15, 20 years that treats the internet like the sort of public service that it should be. Rather than this like mad thing where you can just sell every single bit about you immediately. Do you know if you went through, like at the airport, you go through the scanner?
Yeah.
If they said we're going to sell that X-ray to WikiLeaks, you wouldn't do it, would you?
No.
Mental.
Right, should we round things up with a very controversial 1 out of 10 club? Ethan, are you excited?
Oh, I
Ethan's
forgot.
been quite quiet today. Why don't you just give us a little speech or something?
I escaped escape room the other day.
Oh, nice. Tell us more.
Here we
Got
go.
sent to prison. Got out of prison.
Lovely.
Piece of piss. Well, actually, it wasn't. We got there and we turned up to the escape room. We got there and then the man said...
Very, very loud.
Sorry. We got there.
Louder than before, even, if anything.
We got there.
And the man said, hello. And we said hello. And he said, oh, you don't actually have a booking.
What? Is this part of the mystery?
Well, we thought that, but actually it was a loophole that's never ever happened before in the company's history, so we had to turn up later on. So 3 hours later, after a trip to the pub, we returned back to the escape room.
I love that. He goes, you haven't got a booking, and you go,
here we go. We're in.
Our first
down. Finger clues.
Our first
Where's
clue.
the clue?
What does it mean we haven't got a booking?
Search him. You kidnap the worker. Search him.
Yeah, get him in the car.
Even there, levering him. Get him. Tell us
The
what you know.
first clue. Give us the clue.
Yeah.
What do you mean we haven't got a booking? What could it mean?
My first rodeo. Did you get out in time?
So we actually got in the escape room, and then there we are.
The hardest
cellar.
was getting in, which is the mad thing about the escape room.
That is odd.
Got in the cellar, looking around, and the doors. The man comes in and he says, "All right, so this is how it works." Went great, And then he went, right, hands against the wall.
Oh, spread them.
Oh,
He stunned us. He
Stun
became
gun?
a police officer. No, sorry, not a stun gun, but he stunned us.
Oh.
So actually became a police officer, hands against the wall, locked the door, and we had to figure out what, find little things, screws. We undone the toilet, and we undone the toilet. A tunnel opened.
Nice. Cracking that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crawl down the tunnel. We're stuck in this room for like over half an hour. We're panicking. We'll get a little text from a mystery phone, which gives us a little clue, which leads to me
Does that
finding.
mean that you're struggling and you're slightly behind schedule?
I think we just we found the phone and that was a great success.
Yeah.
It was really hard to find the phone,
Where was
And
the
then-
phone in your pocket?
Go.
and then we find all these buttons. Right, we click them at the same time. A key is revealed. We then
I'm there.
we've got the last key. Yeah, I'm sure you are. The last key is revealed, and then we'll have to try and get into this other room. I'll put the broom through, hook another key out. All right, we're in.
Amazing.
We're in again. And then the time is ticking. We're pretty much admitting that we've took too long. We've got 10 minutes left in this last room. We're rattling through it. And we get to the last bit. And then we've got a note in the thing. And then Trish goes, hang on, Ethan, you don't need the note. This is the card we need to get out. Taps on the thing, we're out.
Yeah.
5 minutes to spare. Thank you. How's
I've
that
only
for
got a couple of
storytelling?
minutes,
Because
Ethan.
people have been having a go at me in the comments for shit storytelling. How was that? How
was
quick
really
was that,
nicely
eh?
done.
That
Quick.
was brilliant. And those
Succinct.
comments
So much jeopardy.
have gave us a wonderful 1 out of 10 club. Keep your comments in for the 9 out of 10 club and the 1 out of 10
The 1 out of 10 club is the place for the biggest letdowns in the culinary world. It's not the 1 out of 10 foods that really taste almost as bad as it gets. This isn't, fermented herring. This is the place for a food that is just a bit shit.
And ladies and gentlemen, we had a suggestion in by Mark, who said it has to be, out of everything, on the McDonald's menu, the fillet of fish.
Oh no.
1 out of 10 club.
Oh,
Worthy.
wow.
Ethan, come round here.
See-
Look how poor that looks.
No.
That looks shocking.
No.
What are you talking
Sometimes you have to
about?
reassemble the piece.
Oh my God, it looks crazy.
So the problem with this one is
Even
the
you think
cheese
about that.
has sort of gone askew slightly.
Oh my God.
But
Get stuck
I
in
need
a
to
bit of
talk-
tartar sauce, I've heard. Oh, it's going to fall. Tartar sauce right at the end. Is it not? Thank you very much. I'm going to go in there.
I mean,
Well, it's a bit...
the bread itself is made out of plasticine. It's like glue. The bread is like glue. The bread's all over my teeth.
Ethan?
well, yes. I do like the fish finger sandwich. Have you ever had the fish finger sandwich before?
Yeah, I love a fish finger butty, me. It's
I'd-
top.
This is like, it's not as good a version of the fish finger sandwich. I'd prefer probably a bird's eye one. Interesting addition of the cheese, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't get too much cheese, me. What's that about? What are you on about?
Why didn't you? It's on there. What do you mean you didn't get too much cheese?
Is it? I don't think ours had cheese.
No, it did. That's what I was saying, Joe.
Oh, did it?
This is a food reviewer. This is a meal with 4 ingredients and you can't taste one of them.
Because I don't think I got cheese. Anyway, I think it's 1 out of 10. Shocking. I know you like them.
I think the thing that to be said about the fillet of fish is, for a long time, for the pescatarian,
For a long time. Here we go.
the pescatarian in the modern world had very few options at McDonald's.
Yeah,
Up
chips
until
and
recently, before the sort of the veggie options became more
that.
mainstream.
Bloody Brexit.
This was a big thing for the pescatarian.
Yeah.
I also think certain people from certain religions rely on the fillet of fish as an option that doesn't include beef or chicken or whatever.
Maybe pork as well.
Well,
In
yeah,
fact,
there's not much.
definitely pork.
There's no pork on the evening menu at McDonald's, so that's
There
irrelevant.
must be a bit of bacon kicking about somewhere.
That's a good point. Big taste of bacon. But I do think it's subpar unless you're eating it fresh in the restaurant.
Okay, yeah.
Delivery, the bread turned, like I said, it's like glue. Look at the stretch on
Ugh.
the bread.
Can I say I saw like a proper like gourmet version of a fillet of fish, and the way they did it on like TikTok looked fucking banging.
But for me, there's something quite endearing about it. It's smaller than the rest. It's this tiny little square of fish. It doesn't fit amongst the scene. You think
mold.
Big Tasty, McCrispy, Chicken Legend, like Big Mac, all these things, the quarter pounder, they're of a certain style. And then you've got little fishy friend at the end. And it's always stood out, and I like things that stand out. To me, I know obviously you need 2 out of the 3 of us. It's a 6 out of 10. Okay. It's a 5 out of 10. I can't put it in, so you need Ethan's
Over
vote.
to Ethan James.
Well, I get what Joe's saying. It is different to like your beef burger or your chicken or whatever. It's a bit lighter, isn't it?
At McDonald's.
Take your time, Ethan. Think about this decision.
No.
Doesn't matter if Joe's parking.
He listed the whole McDonald's menu. He went the fillet of fish, the chicken legend.
Now you're listing them.
Go on, Ethan. Go. Is it 1 out of 10?
And well,
think about it. Take your time.
No, I've got a tram in 6 minutes.
Don't worry about him. Talk to us, Ethan.
I think with anything in McDonald's,
Yeah.
and I've had a bite, my mouth's watering now. It's kind of set me off a bit, and I don't know if that's the chemicals.
Oh yeah, it's the chemicals.
Oh,
all right.
come on. Let's not get into this. Come on.
Should we talk about the morality behind those chemicals?
Is it 1 out of 10, Ethan?
If you say yes, it's in the 1 out of 10 club. If you say no, it's not.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's in the 1 out of 10.
Hey! Sorry, was it Daniel?
Mark.
Sorry, Mark. It's not going in the 1 out of 10 club, but decent try. I get why he went for it.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for joining us. Back on Tuesday with the big boy, as we call it.
Join the Patreon.
Join the Patreon. Loads of stuff coming in July. We're off to New York. We're doing
much.
daily updates. Lots of content on there as well for you. Food reviews galore. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, Ethan.
I'm going to run and get a tram.
Right, see ya.